Welcome to Pressing the Unmute Button podcast, a safe, non-judgmental space for women of color to speak our mind. Your hosts are Keitra, Julia, and Janelle. Welcome to episode 1, Things About Being a Black Woman My Mama Didn't Tell Me. Let's get into it, sis. It's time to press unmute.
If you all can hear us, say hello. As you're coming in, be sure to let us know where you're tuning from. Whether it's Little Rock, Texas. I guess I should say Dallas, Texas. Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just naming some cities and states.
Can y'all hear us?
That's what I'm trying
to. Let me get on Instagram too, chill.
You on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let me go to the comments.
Okay, Sheena said hey. She
Hey,
said
y'all.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she said yes on Facebook. Hello. It's the hair
on here.
Oh boy.
Happy Friday, y'all.
I'm excited. Because I'm gonna put you in the corner already.
Hey, Leslie in Birmingham, Alabama on Instagram.
Yes. Hi, Birmingham.
We got Birmingham in the building.
We have Orlando, Florida. Shannon, hello.
Hey, Shannon.
Happy Friday. Yes.
Hey, sister Tamaro.
Auntie said it's not working on YouTube.
Yeah, we're waiting on YouTube to activate our live stream. So we didn't
But you
know
can catch the replay later.
Yeah. We got Shannon in Orlando, Florida. Okay, so we got Birmingham. We got Orlando, Florida, of course.
Little Rock in the house.
Rocktown.
Okay.
Nah, you're not late, Leslie. You have to
That's
get
on
everything
Instagram?
set up. Mm-hmm.
Nah, it was us today.
It was us today.
It was them.
We're not gonna go into that today because this is our first episode.
Looking up.
But Roosevelt said he watching from the Boondocks. What's up, Roosevelt?
Hey, Boondocks.
Ooh, shout out to our boss lady, Keitra Brooks, for the cups. Thank you so much. I don't know if y'all can see these.
Appreciate it.
It's got our names on the back too.
Appreciate it.
We'll post a picture later, but even though she tried to throw us under the bus.
Indeed. Indeed. I got a post Logan picture. All right. So welcome to Pressing the Unmute Button, episode 1. All right. So we're going to get started. So you have your lovely host here. We have Keitra, Janelle, KB, I'm sorry, and Jules. So we're going to get started. But before we go any further, if you can like, share, comment, make sure you're following our business page on Facebook, Pressing the Unmute on Instagram. And when it's all over, you'll be able to catch us on every stream. I was trying to think of all of them.
I'm trying to figure out why my shirt's censored.
Your groceries. It's your groceries, ma'am. But go on.
You see how I'm looking at you like, why are you looking at me like that? I thought I had said something wrong because Keitra looked at me like I said something wrong. Okay, so we've done our thank yous. All right, so next we're gonna get into a little current events first. So first, one of my favorite weeks, which have been for the past, Logan is how old? 5? 4 and 5.
Yes.
for the past 5 years. So we have World Breastfeeding Week. So with World Breastfeeding Week, it is observed to create awareness about the importance of breastfeeding for both the mother and the baby. Mm-hmm. Benefits includes the nutritions. It contains important antibodies. So right now, if I was still breastfeeding, that would be wonderful, but I'm not. It reduced many risks as far as high blood pressure, breast cancer. It says cervical cancer. So it helps as far as with fighting infections in the children. It helps to baby's healthy weight, but my baby don't weigh that much. but it helped him.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know how, cause
He sure lived
all the time.
Right. So one of the things that I also said was that it helped lose weight, but it didn't help me. But I saw it help other mamas, so I'm proud of y'all. They say it make children smarter, which we can attest to that. The number one reason why I myself chose to breastfeed was it saved time and moolah.
Time and moolah.
So when I added it up, would y'all believe that I saved at least $3,600 breastfeeding?
What?
Yes. Like cans of milk is like
Wait a minute.
$30.
Shannon said, I don't think I was breastfed as a child. Glad you weren't actually, Shannon. I actually confirmed that with Mama. I was the only one that was breastfed.
And my mama tried with me for 3 weeks.
Really?
She said I was hurting. She said I had to go. She said I had to go.
Yeah. So
let's also talk about like the miseducation.
Yeah.
Because I didn't breastfeed.
And Shannon said both of her kids got 2 months each.
I thought I had to choose
between
medicine. No.
Oh,
I thought I had to choose between medicine because I had a C-section.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I had to choose between pain medicine and breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm.
And like my nurses never, they just asked, are you planning to breastfeed? And I was like, nah, because I had a C-section. So I guess nobody thought that was a weird answer or whatever. So.
And believe it or not, that was one of the reasons why my mom said she chose to stop. Is because of the miseducation, not being informed. So I will say, for me, as soon as Logan came out, I had a very good bedside nurse. Logan latched immediately. When he unlatched, they was able to squeeze and put it on a spoon and put it in his mouth. Even the miseducation about drinking, if you want to have a drink, you don't have to pump and dump.
Don't.
As long as you can drive, you better put that baby up there and he better go home to sleep. So for me, I breastfed for 3.5 years. So to all the moms out there, whether you breastfed for 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 months, a year, kudos to you. Kudos. So also be looking forward for Black Breastfeeding Week, which will be August 25th through the 31st. So I'll be very active that week. All right, next. Y'all ready for the next current event?
Shannon said, girl, I was high and breastfed, but dried up at 2 months. This is all my body. That's all.
See, that's a misconception too. It's all about supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
It's all about supply and demand.
I don't think I could do it though. But
I don't know. Next time I may just be a pumper because ain't nobody got time for all that. Y'all see how Logan is attached to me. All right. So next we're going to talk about is Miss Simone Biles. Did I pronounce her last name right?
Yep.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. So one of the things that we are proud of Simone doing is prioritizing her mental health.
Amen. Yep.
She came out as far as talking about the sexual assault that she dealt with back in 2016. Along with that came depression and anxiety. And so she said that was carrying a lot of emotional trauma, as well as carrying the trauma for everyone else that was affected. And she mentioned how some are able to tell their story and some are not able to. So for her taking a stand, getting therapy, one of the things I read, she said her stigma on therapy. Believe it or not, a lot of people think you got to be quote unquote crazy to go to therapy, and that is so not true. So kudos to her. One of the things that she was dealing with, her aunt passed away unexpectedly while she was doing the Olympics. They came out about the sexual assault. So it was a lot that she had to deal with. So one of the things that we found, it says, so for all of the allies supporting Simone Biles for speaking up for herself, please remember that at work, when a Black woman speaks up in staff meetings, support her in the meeting, and not in the hallway after the meeting. When you whisper, I wish I was as strong as you.
Girl, bye.
How many times have y'all heard that?
Ma'am.
Too many
times.
Don't get us started. Okay. Don't get us started. Okay. All right. So y'all have any comments on the current events?
No.
Before I move to the very, very, very important one.
I was just gonna say I just hate that society put so much added pressure on Simone on top of all the things she was already dealing with.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of just what tipped her over the edge. But I really do admire her ability to step back and just say, I'm not my best right now.
Let me do what I got to do.
And because I really want to represent my country to the best of my abilities, I need to step back.
Yeah.
And so that was a really, really admirable decision. And just the way she stood on the sidelines and cheered the rest of her team on, that just spoke volumes.
Yeah.
Spoke volumes.
And a lot of times we don't do that, but that's in an episode to come as far as mental health.
I think, though, one of the biggest things for me about the whole ordeal is not just with Simone, but celebrities or people that are in the spotlight, period. I think, and I think I shared this the other day in Clubhouse, one thing that has frustrated me the most about this particular season of being in the pandemic is the lack of grace and compassion, because we're all experiencing this pandemic together and we're all experiencing it on different wavelengths and we all deal with it differently. And I think a lot of times with people in the spotlight, we feel like, as society, when I say we, I mean society, we feel like they're that they work for us, that they don't have a life outside of the spotlight. Right. At the end of the day, these are human beings. They have emotions, they have a heart, they have lives. And another thing was in Simone dealing with all of this, her aunt.
Yeah.
Like you want me to push aside the fact that I'm grieving the death of my aunt. My own mental health is a little skittish right now. My ankles and my body, I'm second guessing and you want me to come perform for you? I don't know if it was a public official or some like an attorney general or something made a tweet that said something like she was childish. Yeah, and was immediately terminated. Like he don't even work there no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so keep that same energy, sir.
Right.
But it's just like you want us to go get this gold medal for a country that don't even support us, a country that silences us so much, hence the whole pressing the unmute button, and you call me childish? Really? Sir, take a seat. So I definitely commend her, and not just because I started my own mental health journey, but just the simple fact that she chose her.
I looked at it, if she can do it, I can do it.
Hey.
We all can learn from each other.
But we can choose ourselves, because we can't do all that stuff she be doing.
No, I can't
do it. Let's just make that clear.
Now, I will say, back in the gap, Mama had me in gymnastics. I always tease her and say, that could have been me if you would have kept me in gymnastics. But she said I didn't want to put in the work, so what she do? She pulled me out.
So Leslie commented, another story to look at is Carrie Struggs. I think that's how you say her last name. Her folks came out talking about how they wish they had the strength that Simone did. And if I'm not mistaken, Carrie, Leslie, tell me who Carrie is, because I can't remember if that's the one. If that's the one who broke her whatever she broke, or if this is the athlete or gymnast that had an injury and later passed. I can't remember who. I'm not good with those names. Sorry, I'm not trying to throw shade, but kind of just refresh me, if you will, or refresh us about Carrie. Yep, that's it. So, like she's the GOAT. She's a solid role model.
I'm gonna have to look up. Which one, Leslie?
She did mention like 2 stories. I'm sorry.
So yep. What the girl that broke? The girl that broke her foot. Oh, broke her ankle, and she tried and had to retire at 18. Okay.
Oh, okay.
18.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I couldn't even. So yeah, kudos to
sisters do for you.
Right. Kudos to Simone. Okay, before we get into this good old topic, we have a list of vaccination clinics. All right, so as you see that good old list right there, screenshot, take a picture, share the post, pass it around.
If you're in the Central Arkansas location.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. We got people everywhere. Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Hallelujah.
Right. All right. so on 8/7, which is tomorrow, I had to remember what today is.
Is that
Yeah,
it is. I had to just look at the thing. So Junior League of Little Rock. It's a drive-through, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
That's in Little Rock.
On 817 Shorter College in the gym. That's considered North Little Rock, right?
Yeah.
All right, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Don't act like that because you went to Central.
Come on.
Okay. And then every Sunday in September from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock, Arkansas. So please do your part. If your kids are able to get vaccinated, do that. Did y'all see where Mayor of Little Rock?
Oh yeah, Frank said, "Hey, listen, in public places that are owned and operated by the city of Little Rock, you got to have a mask on, sir and ma'am." Okay,
I agree.
I mean, you know,
and also let's keep the family of the I think she was 10 years old.
11 from
11 West Memphis.
Yes. And then there was another baby younger than her.
And all of the families that are affected have been affected by COVID-19 and are affected. Yeah. Let's just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
Be nice.
Pray for these
nice
babies.
To be nice, as my sister said.
Right. Pray for these babies as they get ready to go back to school. Yes. I know the school districts are really trying. I'm actually kind of glad my baby's where he's at. Yeah. Because they are trying. So
we did get the text earlier today that my daughter is in North Little Rock School District.
My son is too.
They're gonna be virtual.
That's why I just said.
No,
my baby got to go. I can't.
Not virtual, but they're doing a special session to see, what they're gonna do now since that mask mandate,
didn't pass.
The judge ruled it. But I was so happy to see that 82% of the respondents of the survey said that they would support a mask mandate. Yes. So North Little Rock, y'all showed up and showed out. Appreciate that. Thank you for keeping our children first.
Yes.
Hopefully all of the other districts
will follow
suit.
Yeah.
Way to be a trendsetter.
And I also did get an email from my kids' school today. They're allowing, because they weren't wearing masks at first, it was just the teachers. But they are now allowing them to wear masks in the daycare 2 years and older. So I said, Logan, get ready. Starting Monday, you're gonna be wearing your mask.
Sister Tamara said that there is also a vaccination clinic tomorrow at New Hope in North Little Rock during their back to school event from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you are in the area, you can definitely hit them up and get your vaccination there. I didn't have any major side effects out of both of mine. I was
just tired.
Good nap.
Yeah, other than the typical your arm is sore, which is to be expected.
I was just tired. But I forgot I got my shot. I was at work why am I so sleepy? I was drinking coffee at 12. Now y'all, and then I was shaking at that because y'all know I don't drink coffee like that.
I think it was my second one. I went and got it, and I actually came back and logged back into work. And it was weird because it was like I spaced out and I just felt myself on my desk.
Boom.
Doing this. I had to text my boss and was like, hey, I tried to make it. I tried to make it. But I'm gonna need to log off and lay down. I don't know what's wrong.
I just closed my door.
But definitely screenshot that. Utilize that if you will. For more information, you can go to, I believe it's healthy.arkansas.gov.
Yeah, I wrote it down, but I left it at work. All right, so y'all ready? Give us a thumbs up if you're ready to get into this topic. Things about being, what was I finna say? Bling.
Sound like.
Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. All right, things about being a Black woman my mama didn't tell me. Now, we have a disclaimer.
Please give them the disclaimer.
We have a disclaimer, okay? We love our mama.
We do.
We love our mama. So don't y'all be going on our mama's talking about, ooh, did you hear what they say? She said you didn't tell her nothing. Don't do that.
Yeah, we all got good mamas.
Right. We love our mamas. Don't do that. Do not do that. Okay. All right. So I'll go first. And then we can kind of just go from there. So one of the things, and me and my mom have actually talked about this, especially since starting my mental health journey. So this is one of my disclaimers. I will say a lot of what I wanted to be told or taught, I would say my mom may not have had the resources back then. So it was all a learning curve when it came to having kids per se. So one of the things that it's not that my mama didn't love me or don't love me, but one of the things me and my mom had talked about, I wish she had told me more about self-love. With that, like I said, mama love us, she loved me, but knowing how to take that time for yourself, knowing how to be there for yourself when no one else is there for you. Taking time out to do something for yourself. You don't have to necessarily spend money.
I'm so sorry. What? I just saw Miss Marguerite.
I'm listening anyway. Bring it.
I'm listening anyway. Bring it. She ready.
See, that's what I'm talking about. She gonna support her daughters. I said daughters.
Right.
So, but taking that time for yourself, where it's to go get a pedicure, get your hair done. I don't really keep. I'm not gonna show y'all. I don't really keep my nails done, but I do try to keep my feet done, if nothing else. But I will say I didn't learn until after I had Logan what self-love was. Mm-hmm. Having him, I lost myself. Now I love my baby, but I lost myself as a woman and as a mother because I was trying to make sure that he was good, that I was forgetting about my own self. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the major things that I wish my mom, had told me about.
Yeah, I can share that. 'Cause my mom has always been such a giver.
Yes.
That she always put everybody else ahead of her. So I think
our mama's sisters.
Something like that.
Right.
So I think I learned that from her. Mm-hmm. Because y'all fuss at me all the time, about making sure I take time for me and resting and but I always want to make sure everybody else is straight. And so I think that's one thing that I learned from her. And even now, like in her retirement, I can see where she tries to do more for her. Yeah. But it's like she don't know how to, Yeah. And so that's why I try to focus more on that too. Yeah. And just slowing down and then making sure I'm spending time with my family because I don't want to pass that on to Courtney.
Right.
Even though I can already tell she got a different kind of attitude.
Dude.
Like whatever.
Dude, she get that from my uncle. Right. She get that from my uncle.
Right. But yeah. I mean, it's good to be a giver of yourself, but you got to give to yourself as well. So yes, I can share in that lesson.
Because how the saying go? When the strong is always strong, who was there when the strong is weak?
You know what? And that's
what
so
she
real.
Said.
That's so real.
Did I just come up with that thing? I don't know. Girl, let me pen that. Write that down.
I don't think you can.
I did.
Hater. Leslie said, I think it's so important to realize that most of our mothers loved us the best they could. Yes. They didn't have anyone to teach them either. Absolutely agree with that. Like my mom lost both of her parents before she was 12. So I get it.
Yeah, I get it. That's real. What Miss Marguerite said?
I agree, Leslie. All we knew was my mama took care of 15 kids in the home. Now, in a sense, she did for herself because I get shopping for shoes and purses from her. So yeah.
And she didn't pass that down to me because y'all know I love my shoes.
You do.
And purses.
Keep that same
energy.
I like it when you get tired of your shoes. I like it.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn.
Somebody. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I got a couple.
I keep trying to make sure I'm not this cord. I keep crossing my legs, but I'm trying to make sure I'm not the cord.
I wish that my mom taught me or told me that there were more options than just going to school and having a career.
It was in my mind. I got the same one.
So, and I get that it's because that wasn't really, I guess, instilled in her.
Yeah.
Like her parents wanted her to go to school and have a career. Mm-hmm. If y'all know my mom, she worked for JCPenney from the age of 16 to 50.
Baby, that's loyalty. Like
right.
56, 57. Yeah. I think it was like 40 some years.
Sure, listen.
So 56. But now that I've gotten older and I know what I know, I wish that I knew those things earlier, because I could have saved myself a whole bunch of time and energy, because I wasted a lot of time in college.
I did.
I wasted a lot. I mean, I got
unnecessary debt that I
unnecessary debt, and I spent some unnecessary time there.
Yeah.
But I wish that, you know, like my grandfather was an entrepreneur, and I would even tell him, you know, like, teach me.
Yeah.
He would teach all the boys. Nah, you a girl. You go to school. You do this. You do that. You know. And I'm like, but I mean, I can do that too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so, you know, he would have me be his secretary. He was a dirt contractor. So he would have me be his secretary. When people would call to order loads and stuff, I could answer the phone.
That's all you could do.
Yeah, and tell him about it. But he wasn't teaching me the business part of it. And so I wish I had gotten that knowledge
I agree
earlier. And then also, as a Black woman, like, we get looked over and passed over for so many things just because of, you know, how we look. You know, a lot of times we might not even get the interview just because, I mean, my name is Keitra. So you hear Keitra, you automatically think,
should have been a Julie.
She Black.
Right.
She Black. You know, Julia Janelle, it's kind of, well, Julia for sure.
Julia, yeah. Janelle, they like, now how you pronounce your name?
Right.
My name is Janelle.
Right.
Right, but you know what I mean? So a lot of times we do get passed over even before we, you know, get met or whatever. So if we create our own, we don't have to worry about that. And then we can be responsible for making sure that other people who are probably getting looked over are not, you know, planting those seeds and being able to help water somebody else's success.
What's the word? Generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely trying to create that. Speaking of that, y'all been working with your kids, you and your husband?
Yes. Oh, Lord. It's so funny because, so shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins and the Black Business School. He has a course about teaching your children about money and finances and credit.
Girl,
I need that.
And real estate. No, I mean, he has adult courses as well. But real estate.
Said, look at you now, Keitra Brooks. You paid attention to something.
Because you got how many businesses?
Right. 60.
1, 2, 3. 3. Yeah. God is good.
Amen.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're doing the course with our children because we don't want them to grow up with the same disadvantage that we had. Like, we're still learning a lot about credit and buying stock and, you know, investing and planning for the future. And we don't want them to be 30 years old still trying to learn those things.
Yeah.
So we're trying to take the time out now to teach them. And it's so funny because they really don't want to do it. But
it's going to pay off.
But once they start it gets interesting,
right?
You know, and because he has quizzes all throughout.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, they're testing their knowledge, and it's funny because then they arguing about what the answer is. So then they excited. I got it right. But I mean, they're taking notes. They have their notebooks, and you know, so they really are taking advantage of it. So I appreciate my husband for making it happen. Cause
kudos to Bro J. Mm-hmm. Yes, they can have the student loan.
They can have them student loans. Yeah. So Ms. Marguerite says you're a Jamaican. Leslie said, if I knew then what I know now, I'm sorry, I should have been doing this all along. My bad. Leslie said, if I knew then what I know now, LOL, I would have about $75K less debt. Let me tell you something.
Amen. Let me tell
you. When I figured out, and that's the beauty of having a diverse panel. For me, I think I did like a year at Pulaski Tech and started working full time. Baby, when I figured out how I can make money and I ain't necessarily gotta do the traditional way, it was like I got hooked on them bi-weekly paychecks. And so instead of going the traditional route of going to school, I went the non-traditional route, and I went through the School of Corporate America. And just enhancing those skills that we learned in Girl Scouts, you know, I've been able to advance up the corporate ladder tremendously. And all I have is a high school diploma. And honestly, I didn't experience being passed over for promotions or really looked at as the typical Black girl or anything like that in my experience in corporate America. Now, I did in ministry, and we can talk about that on a different episode, but I didn't experience any of that in my days in corporate America. But I know that's not everyone's story. So,
well, right. I feel like Julia and our story is a little different because growing up, we had so many people who poured into us and kind of taught us both sides of the game that we kind of knew what it took to make it, you know? I'm not excluding you. I'm just, I'm saying, so I feel like, cause I had this conversation often, with Jay, I feel like, a lot of times when people share those experiences of how they've been wronged, I have to check myself before I say, that's not true. Yeah. Just because I haven't experienced it does not mean that somebody else has not experienced it. And it took me a minute really to realize that everybody was not afforded the same opportunities that I was. Because, baby, I tell you, especially when we were in school, every time something was coming up, the counselor was calling me in her office. Hey, I got this. I signed you up. What you mean?
You heard her. She signed you up.
I didn't get a choice. I mean,
she signed you up.
Yeah, and that was it.
Is that why you be doing me like that?
It's a learned trait. But you know what I mean? Like, because I had different opportunities and such diverse experiences, even in college, afforded many, many opportunities because so many people believed in me and saw potential in me that a lot of times I didn't even see. But I'm really grateful. And like, even I've started having those conversations with our girls, like, what you do now will matter 30 years from now. Like, it's important when you're in school, have good relationships with your teachers, get to know your counselor, you know. And even now, yesterday ran into a lady that worked at my elementary school, and she grabbed me like I was still 5 years old.
I remember doing it for mine.
And Courtney was like, who is that? And I told her, and she was like, and she still remembers you? Does.
My elementary counselor called me Smurf. She's always called me Smurf. And just like that, short. You can, I look like a Smurf too, because I used to have the ponytails and my ears. She would call me Baby Smurf. I call her Mama Smurf. And same thing, I can see her out to this day. And she's Smurf. I feel like, oh my God. Jesus.
It's important. And so I work hard to try to help them to see that. I don't try to push them to do the things that I did or to be who I am. But you just want them to be the best. I just want them to be the best. And I want them to see more. Don't dim your light, trying to, so people won't call you out or, pick on you. Let your light shine bright.
So Shannon said, go to college by any means necessary. So loans were necessary. And Shannon is my sister. Like, Shannon stayed with a job. I could remember when she was going to Henderson State that year that real bad tornado hit down there. Shannon was a hustler. Like, Shannon didn't have a car, so she would walk to work when she was there. It's a tornado going on. She walking to work. She coming hardest, and they open the door like, "Lady, what are you doing?" And she looking like,
but I don't know if I'm that
but that was, I mean, Shannon, she had to do what she had to do to pay her tuition, because even though you got loans, you still got balances,
It's crazy that you said do what you got to do, because that's a lot what my mom used to say. I had to do what I had to do. So for me and Keitra, KB, the difference was, and for you too, I guess, growing up in a single parent household. So it was me seeing my mama do everything as far as going to school. She got pregnant with us and she was back in school 2 or 3 weeks later, trying to make sure that she did what she had to do to have a career. So it's me on the other hand, like, well, I got to do this to make sure I make my mama proud. But at the end of the day, I'm not even working in my field. In my minor, yes. But I'm not, and every time being passed along, that's me. I don't have enough experience, but nobody's willing to give me the experience that goes along with my. So
what's weird? I won't say what's weird, but like for me and my experience, like Leslie said, because my parents were blue collar, all I was ever pushed on was you need a college degree so you can get a good job. My dad's thing was don't go to a HBCU. Well, like I think for a few years, I kind of wrestled with disappointing people because I chose not to finish school. But it was like, I think once I got my very first promotion, just being me, using resources wisely from Girl Scouts, just being my normal self, like that first promotion process, it was kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to apologize.
No.
For not, what she said? Ow. I'm like, I'm no longer going to apologize for not taking the traditional route. And when I finally got comfortable with respectfully telling my elders, stop asking me that because I ain't going back to school.
I wish I had done it.
I remember my great uncle got arrested. So Uncle Jim would ask me all the time, hey, when you going back to school? And I finally said, hey, listen, sir.
Leave me alone, sir.
You got some money? You got some coins? Because unless if the Lord has made and paved the way that he has in corporate America, if his favor has afforded me all these opportunities, if he want me to go to school, he'll provide the resource. And right now I ain't got no resource. I don't have a desire to go to school because I've learned to trust him in that process. What is it? Miss Marguerite said it's never too late though. There are plenty of books to gain knowledge from. Yes, like the wealth of knowledge that's out there. Because here's the thing. I think I saw this quote the other day. They tell you all the time, like we're talking about, go to school so you can get a better paying job. But you don't have to have a degree to be an entrepreneur.
You don't. And don't.
Okay. Like, you know, so.
Although I slick kind of want to go through that entrepreneur studies program at Shorter.
You want to?
Let's do it. Is it online or we got to go to class?
I don't know.
I don't want to go in person.
Right.
I don't. But yeah, like, so. Future, you was done getting your
Yeah, I'm done. Your turn.
So mine was something that I wish my mom would have told me was that I'm not a villain just because I'm loud. You are not aggressive. You are not angry. You are not a bully. You're just loud. So don't allow people to put you in their, or don't allow people to label you as the angry Black woman, if you will, just because you're loud. Javian said, I wish someone would have told me how important it is to take care of your credit at an early age. Absolutely.
Yeah.
KB said, hey, we're not going to do that
right You see me on.
Yeah, like for the longest. And again, we are creating
labeled the mean girl.
A safe space, right? So yes, I grew up in a single parent household, but I was very involved. My dad was very involved in my upbringing. His side of the family, very involved still to this day. But it was like I had to balance, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was with my mom's side, I call my mom's side of the family the hood side, you know, and then on the weekends, when I would be with my grandma, that's my bougie side. So it was like I had a balance and act like one point you too bougie, you too nice, nasty, and then the next one you so loud, stop talking. And I'm like, can I just
be you?
Can I just be me? Why is being loud a bad thing? You know, and I wish that would have been instilled in me because that's something that I've struggled with. I'm okay with it now. Teacher called me loud all the time. I'd be like, girl, I'm 36. You used to this. Come on.
She wanted to talk.
Right. You weren't here that day.
Wake up. It's time to
Let me tell you something. 8:00 in the morning. First of all, I don't have to log in until 9:00. And sometimes I'm going to wait till the very last minute I can wait to get up. Early bird here gets up at 5:00.
Now remind you the night before she ain't texting nobody back in the group, nothing.
She goes to bed at 8, 9 o'clock, okay?
Some nights probably 7 o'clock.
One night I was like, Keitra, why are you not responding to us? Girl, I was mad. I'm gonna get in the car and come over here. Here go Nell.
She sleep.
I was like, oh, it is 9:48. Okay, never mind. I'll bother. The next morning, my phone is just boom, boom, boom. First of all, my phone stay on do not disturb. So unless you're on my favorites list, I'm not gonna hear it. They on the favorites list. It's just, well, it's Kiara Shear. It's the God in me.
Oh, that was
girl in my ear. I answer the phone. It's pitch black. That's all she see. That's all Nell see. And she in the car driving. Good morning, Julia. Wake up.
She said, "This is the day that the Lord." You better give us a whole sermon on this phone,
girl.
And we both just looking at the phone like,
and I'm like, girl, if you don't, what do you want?
Because I'm not a morning person. I am not, and my son has taken after me.
Y'all had a good day that day,
did.
Yeah, Shannon, we both got bougie dads.
I don't care what you say. I know y'all had a good day because I started it off right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was my I wish my mama would have told me thing, was that being loud is okay.
Okay. Well, you know what I get told, not necessarily being loud. I get told I'm the mean girl.
You the mean girl.
That's what they say, Chad. When people, after they come to me, that I thought you was mean.
I thought. Okay, I'm.
Be honest. It's a safe space.
When me and Nell first had our first dealers, this is what in my head I was thinking. This girl got to be crazy if she latch into me, because I'm real. Like, I will own the fact that I'm standoffish, that I'm guarded. I mean, ma'am, this is my testimony, not yours.
No, but it's my testimony.
So when Nell, we get in plunder, and then she turned into Booski, I was like, Nell is just so sweet. Like, we get each other too. But even now with Bossy One,
I knew she was going to say something.
With Bossy One, I have to tell her, hey, pipe it down a little bit. And Nell have to tell her, hey, pipe it down a little bit.
What's my favorite thing? Breathe in, breathe out.
Oh, here she go. Do you have RBF? She said, do you have RBF? No, Nell is like,
some people have said that, but I be like, and when they say that, I be like, do I? So maybe I'll do.
You know what RBF is?
Like, I didn't know. Yes. Okay. So this is one of the places where I experienced that when I joined my church 14 years ago, back in 2007. I can't count right now. Anyways, I was walking around for offering. And after church, that was when offering used to be at the end. And after church, one of the girls came up to me. Well, this when they was trying to start the praise dance team. I was trying to sit on the pew, but my good mother, I guess she decided otherwise. Anyways, the young lady came up to me. She said, I was so scared to come talk to you because I thought you was mean. When you was walking around putting your money in the basket, you was just looking so mean. I said, was I? I said, I probably was concentrating, trying not to fall. That'd be the main thing.
Right.
In my mind.
Yeah, right.
Have
you gotten that before, Keitra?
Probably did.
Have you gotten that
you look mean?
No, that people be like, they misjudged you and thought you was bougie or stuck up or mean. And then when they get to know you, they be like, you're real cool. That's just me and Nell. Maybe it's a joke.
Gotta be, because
you do talk to anybody. We went and got our
I'm not like that. What we call it, ambivert. I learned a new word, ambivert. Yeah, because I like people,
but we be
like people. I would close my door in a minute at the office.
Talk to a wall.
Will.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can identify with that too. Like, especially
to a certain degree. Me, to a certain degree.
Even like in my old POE at Ally, people would get on my team.
Oh, POE. Okay. I didn't know.
No, I was
y'all gotta speak English. Y'all know.
No, I was gonna ask too. I was saying, I thought you knew.
POE, place of employment.
I got it there.
Corporate America. But people would be like, Julia look mean. She may be a little left field at times, but you really do want to be on.
Now I can go left field if people need me to go left field. Now.
Keep it 100.
They call me Medea at work for a reason.
Hey, I'm with you. But just off the rip, when you first meet me, people be like, and most times Shannon said, no, I'm an introvert, period. But I like people in doses.
See, that's a good one.
That is good.
Yeah.
But me, like my mama tell the story all the time. when I was a little girl. She lost me in the grocery store. They couldn't find me.
So you being bad.
Right. B-A-D.
They couldn't find me. And so they shut the store down, of course, you know.
Yeah. Adam alert.
Right.
I was already out. Sitting out on the bench.
Just waiting on.
Talking to some man that was sitting on the bench.
Some man?
She didn't say some old lady or something.
It was an older man sitting on the bench, and he was like, I figured somebody was gonna come get her eventually.
Shannon say Keitra got a whole whooping because in my head I'm thinking to myself, I ain't Marsha done went and found a belt and switched right.
She might have been nice on that parking lot, but when you got that car, probably do you remember?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. I don't even remember. I don't even remember that happening. She said, but that's what she tell you. Because she tell me all the time, like people, even if we riding down the street, like if I got my window down, I'm gonna say, hey,
we know
she real good.
Hey there, when you pull up to the house.
Doing that.
We know because every time you pull up to this house, every time you call us, hey, good morning, hey there.
Oh yeah, I love my neighbors. Hey,
how you doing? But what was that last time when we was taking your pictures? It was me that day. Hey, how you doing? Hey.
I'm like, God, dog, paparazzi. Who all do you not know?
You know,
nobody.
People, hey.
Leslie said, Lord, Keitra got beat so bad she don't even remember what happened.
That's that trauma she decided
that's
to
why
put
you
in the
therapy.
That's
why you got therapy.
That's that trauma that's that trauma you put in the back. That's that trauma she put in the back. So Leslie
say her favorite phrase is, it's too peoply out here. And it do be peoply. That's why I'm really praying that my current position is permanently moved to work from home, because I don't like people like that. And when I say I don't, from a corporate perspective, you know, I've even
close my door in a minute.
Even though I've advanced in corporate, I don't like that whole being in my face and smile. I don't do all of that. Say what you got to say and let's go, because I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm praying my position is work from home for a different reason, but that reason is because I like to talk.
Mm-hmm. So you need to get some work done.
So and you don't get work done when you're at home by myself, because I'm not going to nobody else.
Girl, the only two people that I used to love just walking around coming to my desk was Burdell, and then this other guy named Blake. Anybody else that would just walk around the floor and just come.
Would you say you busy? Don't come over here talking to me.
I got a coaching session in 5 minutes. Can I help you, sir, ma'am? Listen, y'all, if I could work from home all day, or if one of these businesses could support my everyday life, it would be bomb.com. Hey, listen,
right.
I'm claiming it.
Yeah.
Like, cause don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love what I do. I love the service that I provide at work.
Well, there are just some days, let me get in the door. Baby, some days I just get in the door and I close that door to my office.
Your bubble to turn green. Good
morning. Look, I had one day somebody called me. He got in the door good. He got this Janelle.
With a smile on
and then
I
got a hang. Babe, I keep my volume down on my phone. Don't tell my supervisor, y'all, but I keep my volume. She know I told her.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
what else y'all got?
All right. So, last thing, because you already said that about starting a business, creating generational wealth. Another thing that I wish that was taught to me as far as that it's okay to have emotions. Like it's okay to express yourself, or being asked like, how are you? How was your day? I mean, it's asked now, of course, we know better. We do better, as the saying go. Mm-hmm. But I wish that was one of the things, because I feel like, and I've expressed this to my people, that some of the traumas and stuff that I went through as a child maybe wouldn't be affecting me as an adult now. Mm. So I try my very best every day. Pray over my son in the mornings when he going to school, because y'all know he don't like school. Right. When I pick him up, hey, handsome, how was your day?
Yeah, you do.
Did you have a good day?
Really good at
do.
He went into school today. Went in the house today. He said, Nene, I was nice to my friends today. So
but that even go back to, I think you shared that post this morning where they were like, Parents, don't be hollering at y'all kids first thing in the morning, telling them to get up and do this and yelling and cussing them out. If you want them to have a productive day, how you think it make them feel? You cussing them out first thing when they wake up.
Because you wouldn't like it if somebody did that to you.
That's why I called y'all that morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It made a difference. I know it did. Y'all ain't got to tell me.
It did. We're gonna let her have it. I was out of town.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. It made a difference.
Right.
It made a difference. Shannon said, learning how to express emotions as a child would have been helpful. Absolutely. Yes. Because that was another reason why I was always a hermit. Keisha say this all the time. And it just continued even into adulthood. Like when we started to plan our 10-year class reunion, first of all, I didn't fool with folks in school. I just didn't. I think I came to 1 or 2 meetings and I got irritated and annoyed. And I'm going to go this one. What I do, Keitra?
Vanish.
She said I deleted her on Facebook and stop answering her phone calls. But I ain't that bad.
Vanish.
I don't remember that.
I ain't that bad, but I do go into my bubble a lot, especially if I feel like I'm not being heard or being asked or whatever. But I don't delete Facebook or none of that.
Now,
I do.
Or I don't even remove people off.
Inside.
I don't even remove people off friends on my Facebook page.
As a kid, I was always able to express my emotions.
Yeah. No.
But as an adult, a lot of times, because y'all know my tongue get a little.
Mine do too.
Curt. So now, my tongue get a little curt,
Mm-hmm.
I can cut you real.
What curt mean?
Look at it.
I'm being like Keitra now.
Look at it.
I know what it means.
I know. I was just playing. Keep going. I'm just doing how she.
Right. I should be doing us.
It's the way you said it, but keep going, baby. You got
they trying to get a piece of it, ain't they?
Yeah. Proceed to the roof.
But as an adult, because I think I start caring about people's emotions.
You do.
Or if I feel like what I'm finna say finna be real rude, I just hold it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that's something I personally probably need to work on, is even in those moments when I know I'm probably gonna get enraged through speaking my emotions, to still be able to say what I need to say without burning up on the inside and without burning up somebody else.
See, because back in the day, I was just gonna say, back in the day, my mom would tell you, she used to say I had no filter when I was younger, but that was also because I wasn't asked, like, are you okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm holding all that in, and by the time I explode, then I'm exploding on everybody. I don't care what I said. I don't care how I said it. But now I know how to breathe.
That's what she do.
Count to 10. And then I may give it to you after that.
They better stay breathing.
I do.
Girl.
I got to breathe in and breathe out.
She be telling
me
to
the chicken head, don't let it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my next one was, let's see. Don't be so focused on your future that you forget to live in your now.
Yeah.
I was taught to be so ambitious. You know? So I had all these goals and all these things that I was trying to do and trying to get, that I let so much life pass me by.
Yeah.
And once I looked up, it was like, dang.
Yeah.
So I wish that was something that, it's all right to have goals. It's all right to put pressure on yourself. It's all right to want better. But at the same time, you got to enjoy the life you're living now.
Yeah. My therapist actually said that in my last session.
Did she?
Because she said, she said, what is my motivation? The first thing we say, people that got kids, my child. And she said, if you didn't have him, what would your motivation be? And I got to thinking, I was like, I don't know.
I don't like them kind of questions.
Right, you got to thinking and stuff. Nobody got time for that.
Girl,
I know you want to talk.
She
showed you cry.
No, I get to cry.
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna say, ma'am.
I know I cry. Right.
Building a brand, girl. I'm gonna tell our Keisha real quick.
I do.
The whole
it is rare
movement behind me reboot my business. Plunder upline. And Nell, can you teach us how to do so? Can you just put something together for us to do for Plunder? And I was like, yeah, I can put something together. Get on the darn Zoom and start asking these questions about, your mission, your vision, what's your why, what's your purpose, not your purpose with Plunder, but what do you feel is your life purpose, and walk them through my life purpose story. And out of nowhere, Keisha is talking and she gets up and goes get a paper towel. And I'm like, Nell looking, I think Nell kind of knew, but I'm looking like, did she spill something? I'm thinking she spilled something. Is she gonna blow her nose? No, that girl got that paper towel and hit that eye. And I was like, what?
You did like a therapist. It's okay.
No, you bet not. you bet not.
It dawned on me.
Me on the other hand, I'm like, it's okay. Let it out. If I was here, I would have rubbed your back, sis, but I wasn't here. Okay.
I just asked you what you feel your life purpose is.
Don't worry about it. It hit me that following. Look, don't worry about it. It hit me that following day when I had my one-on-one session. Don't feel bad. I tried to turn around. She told me, "What is you doing? Turn back around." I was
back, like I was just like, but that was also my learning lesson.
That was one of those moments too, though, about this, just realizing that I have been focused so much on so many other things.
I heard it too.
My ice machine is scaring me.
Oh, okay.
I have been focused on so many other things that I had put everybody else ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
That I couldn't even answer the question.
Yeah.
And so that I think that's what made me cry, was that it was just like, it hit me in the face, like, girl, you ain't even been.
And then I wouldn't let up either, because I kept asking, because you weren't giving me no responses. So I was like, well, shoot, let me ask it a different way.
if you sign up with Jules, just be ready. For the questions, the work. It's awesome. They just got to be ready.
That was a lesson for me, because I was like, okay, that was
right. And I do get emotional.
She do get emotional, girl.
I get emotional one of two ways. Either if I'm crying,
she mad,
I'm mad, or I'm extremely mad.
Yeah.
So
hey, let me tell you something. I've had more crying, I'm angry moments than I have crying.
I do too.
The last time I just, oh my gosh, and I'm only doing this because she on here. The last time I just, oh my God, my sister moved, y'all. She been gone a whole year now.
I'm not even going.
The night my sister then pulled off, that night I was like, y'all, I've never been more than
5
minutes from my sister in all my 35 years of living. Maybe 1 week out of the year when she would go on her cruise. But other than that, she's always accessible. Just help her to move to Florida. Like, when I say I sunk into like a 36-hour depression, Keisha.
My daughter had done a photo shoot for Julia. So I took her to deliver the photo. When I tell you, my daughter didn't even recognize Julia when she came to the door. Because she came to the door in a hoodie.
With some shorts.
With
my glasses
and her glasses on, no contacts. And she had the hood up on her head.
And they little girl thick.
Oh, yeah, they
little
girl
thick.
Yeah, they real thick.
Yeah.
Real thick.
You don't have to keep saying that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because she didn't keep saying it.
But yes, like, my daughter did not recognize her. When she came to the door, she was about to say, "Is Julia here?" Until I started talking to her, and I was like, "Child, if you don't get yourself together right now,
that was probably, and it had been a minute since I did that. I'm talking about 36-hour depression." But all the moments when I get mad and I'm crying, Shannon can tell you,
that's a whole different ballgame. Get out of my way.
Like, be ready to blow up some stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, on that note, what's your last one?
What's your last one?
Y'all said all of mine.
We took you on.
You took you on?
About the emotions and about the we kind of touched based on this, was that I was expected to be better because I was Black, not because I was capable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
and
I
didn't get that one at home. That wasn't something put on me at home. That was more of a school thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, like I was always like pushed because it was kind of like, you Black, so we got to work twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? It was never, you need to do this because I know you got it in you.
Yeah.
You know, it's you need to do this because you got a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? So I wish it would have been reversed.
I didn't get that a lot either.
Really?
Yeah. Me and Mama talked about that as far as you got this. You're capable. Yeah, we've talked about
it.
So that's why I always lead off with Logan. You got this.
Now that's different.
Because you better do your work.
Now, well, let me say D, C,
and D.
See,
I just started.
That's different though. But
it could be something like I would really be struggling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our senior year. You remember they would have student teachers that would come in for their certification the first semester. Kids, you're not a senior year, first semester. Just so happened this lady was a friend of Shannon's. Trigonometry.
Oh, did we have that together?
We probably did, Miss Ewing.
You worked.
Whatever her name was. I'm 36. Girl, I've been out of school 15 years. The first semester, I made an A with the student teacher. Like, she was very thorough in her explanation. But when that woman left that second semester, baby, when I tell you I got that D, Mama didn't even trip because she was like, she knew what I had been through that second semester, but I flunked that final. But I came out of there joking with a D and was like, okay, that's an A.
We say, thank you, Lord. I
Shannon
take it.
Said, what she say? That twice as hard thing is real. I hate a trick, and I don't have bail money, so keep yourself together. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm in therapy. We ain't doing no bail money.
So that was, to flip the script, something that I was taught. My mama always taught me to speak up for myself. So in that same class, I experienced the same thing. But I had to go to Miss Ewart and say, listen,
you can't teach.
Okay, what's the nicer way you was going to say, Keisha?
Something's not right.
Right.
I've been doing so well in this class.
And I was doing this.
Something about the way you're explaining this.
It's not connected.
I must have lost that because I don't have them skills no more. Anyway, it's something about the way you're teaching this that I'm not getting. After that, we was good. We were good because I could go to her and say, okay, what you just said.
Makes sense.
So I just kept asking Shannon, can you ask your friend Josh if his fiance can come back? Please, because I don't understand.
But that's something that I teach Courtney now.
And you do. Because there's been moments where you shared with me how you have her actively engaged in those moments where she has to, be a part of the resolution process. And I love that.
Even with her teachers, she'll come home and she'll tell me something. Now, if it's something that I don't feel like I immediately need to jump in, I'll say, well, did you share your concerns?
Yeah.
I want you to go and share your concerns first. And then if you still feel like you don't get the support you need, then I'll come in. Yeah. And there have been some times that I have had to come in. Yeah. And she's still right there because I need you to see how this works.
Yeah.
And so that's something like I always want her to be strong enough to
because a lot of women, especially us, don't speak up for ourselves. Like we don't feel like we have that safe space to speak up for ourselves. Even with Logan being a boy, a young male, African American, I'm even trying to start now, like teaching him, even at daycare. So and so did so and so. Okay, well, did you tell the teacher? And if the teacher didn't handle it, okay, then we can go from there. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I think that's important.
It is.
If we start young, pressing unmute. Don't let nobody mute you.
Let me.
Whatever you gotta say.
In Alabama,
be able to say it.
Yeah.
Empower them. That's something even Jay and I in our parenting structure. We tell our kids, you can come to us and tell us anything. If we said something to you that you didn't like too. Or whatever. You're gonna be respectful.
But
let me know. Let me know that I did something that upset you.
Yeah.
Or that I said something that hurt your feelings.
And we as parents can't be, that ain't right. That ain't how you was. No, you can't do that. You have to validate and you have to understand that kids, their feelings can hurt too.
Something that, like, to go with that, and I've seen it come across social media a lot too, was, you know, how we were brought up. If we in fool with somebody, or we didn't want to hug somebody, or we didn't want to do, our parents would make us. And
I don't do that.
I said when we were coming up.
No, I'm saying I don't do that with Logan. But yeah, like I don't do that with Logan.
And I would think about, you know, with my Rugrats, my nieces and nephews growing up, and in their younger stages, before they could get acclimated to loud Aunt Nikki, then fool Nikki. But you better come give me a hug. Right. It's like, I'm creating a boundary and you're violating that.
Yeah.
And I think that in starting our kids young with pressing on mute and empowering them, we have to also empower them to set their own boundaries and respect those boundaries.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah,
so true.
That's true.
Yeah, but you got to teach them when to mute, because Raven used to get all the good grades and them other letters because she get that from auntie, because I got them check marks.
Baby, I
Julia
did
won't
too.
stop talking. Julia
I have all S's,
talking.
but when that talking excessively came, baby, it was an N. I could not stop talking. Or playing too much in class.
What does Ray say? Yes, I tell mine, come to me. Mama may need a minute to gather myself, and I may be upset, but let us go through whatever together.
Right. Yeah.
Don't be out there trying to solve problems you don't have the life experience to deal with. Let me absolutely.
My daddy called it the 4 trails.
The what?
The 4 trails. He said, baby, I done been there and done that. Come talk to me. Yeah. Before you go make unlike situation.
Right. She said she get that from her daddy. Roosevelt do talk to everybody. He like Keitra.
That's a good trait to have.
To a certain extent.
To every extent.
Whatever. Because I don't like them.
To every extent.
Yeah. You need to be able to know when to turn that on and turn that off.
Like
I told you the other day. It's COVID outside. Don't walk up to my window talking about, will I buy some from your clothing line? Bag up.
Girl, that ain't even the same thing.
You don't know me from a can of paint.
They trying to make a living.
Miss Lady Ma'am.
They was trying to make a living.
No, ma'am. No. Miss Lady Ma'am.
Lady Ma'am. I'm gonna change your name to Lady Ma'am.
That's different. And
okay, so go ahead.
What you say, remonstrate with you.
Right.
Don't use my word.
I took it.
I had a whole thought.
Good. It's fleeting.
We have to be conscious and aware with it.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Girl, somebody did that to me at Walmart and I had to remember. I know Jesus.
But see, that's the thing.
What? Go ahead, preach it.
I'll indulge. That might be a bad thing. But
did you gonna buy something from the clothing line? No. That's what the man wanted to know. No. So see, sometimes I be like, let me not even waste y'all time.
And he was in a racer Charger with rims.
Did they have tags?
Yeah, they had tags. Shut up. You trying to be funny. I'm not being judgmental. She talking about this man trying to make a living like he was. And it was like, I do detail work too. I do photography.
Oh, so you're an entrepreneur all the way around.
I wanted to say, baby, add me on Instagram so I can show you how to market your stuff for real.
But maybe you should have took that opportunity. Gave him
it's
a business
outside.
I feel like that. Ain't that how Master P got started?
Yes.
Look at him.
Master P was
I got the hookup one to move it for no reason.
90 what? And this is
20.
He
still had it can still work now.
It can still work now. Hustle.
You may have to change the way, you do it or your verbiage, but you still got one goal. And that's to make a living for yourself and live the best life you can live.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Hey. That's what the song say.
Okay, the real BB Judy, Tucky of Vanity, and
you forgot your thoughts still ain't came back? Your thoughts still ain't came back? No? Okay. All right. Well,
we got 3 comments. What I missed? He was trying to holler on the low. No, he wasn't, girl, because I was looking busted and disgusted. I did not feel good yesterday.
When I be in Walmart, though, the people be like, you need some cable? I already got AT&T. I ain't even got AT&T.
Girl, look at Desiree.
What's she say? It's ice cream man stick hard. And do.
Nah, Shannon, that's not the I sell stuff, dude. He could be, though.
Yes, he's gonna snatch you up. Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do y'all ladies have anything else to add?
No.
I'm good.
I'm
Okay.
good.
So remember, it is okay to have emotions. It is okay to speak up for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you are capable.
You are.
Ladies, we are not the angry black women.
We ain't.
We just a little loud. And that's okay.
Every now and then.
Okay? So y'all, as y'all getting ready for them kids to go back to school, remember, don't be fussing.
Don't.
Tell them you love them. Say a prayer. And tell them they got this. Got to speak life over them and you.
And do.
Okay, so we thank you all for tuning in. But before we go, she's gonna let us know our next. I saw you pull out that, so I thought you was finished.
What you
Well, give it to me. I ain't on that page. Okay. So, all right. So before we go, episode 2. Everybody say 2.
2.
Episode 2 will be on August the 20th at 7:30 p.m.
7:30.
The title of the show will be Booked and Busy. What was I finna say? Busy.
Booked and I don't know.
Dun 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 dun.
Try
Booked and busy
versus
paid and at peace.
Which one you want to be?
Well, that's for next. Okay, I was gonna say, oh Lord. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, comment. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, pressing the unmute button. On Instagram, pressing unmute.
If y'all don't remind me of me and my crew, I love it. Hey, cause
thank you.
That's what we're trying to do.
Maybe next time my shirt won't be censored.
Cause it shows.
It's censored, honey.
Maybe it's the lighting.
It's like black women are dope. Period.
They can see me in their shirt.
It don't matter. I just need them to know what mine say too.
Cause it say the same. Shout out to Keith.
Your auntie said she enjoyed the session.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you, Miss Sherry.
Shout out to Keitra for the shirts. All right. All right. So we'll see you.
See y'all on the what date?
August the 20th.
August the 20th.
Booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Versus paid and at peace.
Versus paid and at peace.
And make sure y'all give us feedback about it.
Yes. Leave a review.
Y'all been leaving comments, but we want to hear
what's the email?
pressingunmutes@gmail.com.
So if you have any, thoughts on the next topic, you can definitely email us your thoughts and leave us a review or any show ideas that you may have.
Yep.
All right. So peace out.
See y'all later.